The lanterns in the mist. Morning draped the hilltop in a thick blanket of mist. And there it stood, the ancient fortress, silent and forgotten, as if time itself had turned away. Its stone walls were cracked and crumbling, tall watchtowers leaning like weary sentinels, and wild vines crawled greedily over the ruins. They said this was once the stronghold of King Zamar, a brave yet merciless ruler whose treasure had never been found. But every soul who ventured in search of it was never seen again. The villagers whispered of curses, of restless spirits guarding the gold. Through the swirling fog, two travelers made their way along a narrow cobblestone path. One was Horace, young, determined, unshaken by fear. The other, Zia, an old scholar who had spent years studying the fortress in dusty, forgotten manuscripts. Zia's voice was barely a whisper. Greater than, remember, the fortress speaks the truth, but its questions are never kind. At last, they reached the massive wooden gate. Deep scars ran across it, marks of ancient battles, as though warriors of the past had tried, and failed, to break it down. Then, a faint whisper floated in the air. The light from their lanterns flickered. Inside, the air was cold, unnaturally cold. The walls seemed to breathe, and somewhere deep within, the sound of chains echoed faintly. Along the corridors hung faded portraits, their painted eyes following the travelers at every step. In a shadowed chamber, they found it, a golden chest, gleaming beneath centuries of dust. Carved upon its lid were the words, "Greater than, this is not wealth, it is a trial." Horace lifted the lid, and found it empty. But before doubt could set in, the walls around them began to glow, and a deep, resonant voice filled the room. "The true treasure is the courage that brought you here." In that instant, the mist outside began to clear, and when they turned, the fortress was gone. Their lanterns had gone dark, yet in their hearts, a new light burned bright. Moral: sometimes the greatest treasure in life is not gold or silver, but the courage we find when we dare to walk difficult paths.